Hello guys. This is a very tricky question, and a lot of mostly the beginners and some of the people who are the intermediate level, and some who have been, even for some people who have been trading for a long time, they don't have the clear vision of what is a strategy, a trading strategy. Either my strategies that I am doing in my that I am teaching or I'm trading with, or other strategies that you find online, either free strategies or paid strategies or whatever. Okay, the question is, does a trading strategy work by itself? Now, let's take your opinion. What do you think? And the people, they say, why should I pay for strategies? Where can I find them free online? Okay, even the broker, he has hundreds of strategies. Whatever you ask him, okay, you say I want to trade penny stocks. He will show you strategies, and he will teach you. They have teachers, and there are webinars. And you just go and you go there and you be live and you ask questions and all that stuff. Okay? Now the question is, does a strategy work by itself? It means the strategy is enough for you. Okay, my answer is no. The problem of any strategy is that first, you should understand why. Everything that you do, you should understand it. Okay? It's not a matter of just buy here, sell here, put stop loss here, try to manage your account, look at the news or look at the indicators. It's not all of that. A strategy is a whole thing. It shows you a lot of things. Sometimes when you go online and you begin to find free strategies, they show you some techniques, but they don't show you everything you should know. Okay? About your account, about the risk in your account, the risk in each trade. People, they think risk is just stock, it's just a stop loss. Stop loss is only one out of a lot of risks that you have in your account. And without understanding all the other stuff of risk, you will be using stop loss and you will be losing money. You don't put stop loss and also you lose money. And then at the end of trading 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you will still face the same problems. You are losing money and you can't make money. Now, some people, when they work a lot, like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and they don't make money, they think that there is a magic formula. If you do it, you make money, which is not true. There is no magic formula. There is nothing that it is magic in trading. Trading is skills, discipline, controlling risk, but all these things, some, they just have little of a training. They don't have the whole thing. Okay? And a lot of people, they forget themselves. They think that the strategy shows them everything. No, strategy shows you a lot of things, but there are a lot of things that strategy tells you to do, but you can't. For example, let's say discipline. If you are a crazy trader, no strategy will help you. Okay? Discipline, it is habits that you should learn and practice. You need time. If you don't know these habits, okay, most of the time you lose money. That's why in a trading strategy, you should not mix between trading strategies, because this is the problem. When you have, for example, if you take my strategies, they are based on price, There is no news, there is nothing else, and there is no indicator. Someone took, for example, my stop loss training, and then he began to tell me about the true range, about the day, and some. I say, did I speak about this thing in my strategy or in my training in stop loss? I say no. So what I say, I tell him, why you bring other things from other strategies? Don't bring anything to my own strategy until you understand it, you work on it, you try it for 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, you try to see what's the problem. If you are not making money, you should ask me what's wrong. I will check your trades, check what you have done, and then I will give you recommendations what you should do, because you are doing the same mistakes. Although you have my strategy, but you are still doing the same mistakes. Other people, I find them myself, and they always, they contact me. Those people they have experience, they know trading, but they still think there is a magic thing. They still think that you have just one technique that makes them the money, and all the techniques they know, all the techniques, they can't make money with them. But there is another technique. If they know it from you, they will know, they will make money. And this is a funny thing, and I laugh when I get these emails, and I will try to explain to them that a strategy is a whole thing. Okay? For example, in my strategy, I will show you how to search for stocks. This is for long, like from resistance line, or training level 13, how to find how to buy stocks from the bottom. Okay, it's more for advanced people, because it needs more skills, it needs more patience to learn this stuff. Okay, but there are other things like training level 5, which is how to make money from stocks. These ideas or concept, this is what really makes the money. Now, other things, for example, training level 8, how to minimize risk and how to maximize profits. These I will show you techniques. You should apply them, and you should be aware of them, and in order to see the whole picture. Okay? So understand that the strategy, it doesn't work by itself. It's not just click submit and you will begin to make money, because you should follow a lot of criteria, and you should be patient. Okay, let's say someone buys a stock, and then a news comes, a bad news, and he has, like, for example, a gap down, and he lost 7% or 10% or 5%. Now he will be astonished. You say, why my strategy doesn't work? No, it's not your strategy that doesn't work, but it is a news. A news, it has nothing to do with your strategy. It comes when it is bad and you lose money. It's just because it's natural. It happens, although it doesn't happen a lot, but it happens in the market. Okay, so it's like for you drive for 20 years and you are an excellent driver. Now what did happen? You stop at the stoplight, and just someone comes from nowhere and hits you. You stop. You are doing nothing, and it's not your fault. It's the fault of other, but still you have an accident. Okay, and some people, they think that because you don't know how to drive, that's why you have an accident, which is not true. The market is like that. The market, sometimes you buy a stock. I bought Twitter before, and there is no news of earning data news. There is no. But one day I just wake up in the morning, I check, I find a gap up, and I make a lot of money from Twitter. When I find this money, I just sold all my shares. Now, after a few days, the stock continues to go up, but there's some news that comes, and the stock has gone down, a gap down, and after a few days, another gap down. Now, who knows that these gap downs are coming? Who? No one knows. So there is nothing about your strategy. There are something that it is out of your control. Okay? So you should just accept them. There is nothing to do. This is the market. And gap down because of the news, it can happen at any time, in any industry, in any market. So don't try to play the smart guy and to not buy stocks when the news is coming. You will never know. Okay? The only thing you should do is, if you don't want this gap up or gap down, try to do day trading. Okay? Day trading only. Don't do swing trading because you have gap up and gap down. But understand that each style of trading, it has some advantages and disadvantages. Okay, going back to our does a trading strategy work by itself? No. A strategy never works by itself. For example, I will tell you something. Let's say I do the search and you do the search. Okay? I select a stock. Let's say we find 10 stocks that are good. According to our criteria, we see them. It's good. Now, let's say I buy a stock and another trader, who is my student, buys another stock. My student stock goes up, my stock goes down. Now, what does it mean? Does it mean that the strategy doesn't work? No. It's just because the strategy is based on probabilities. It's not based on a true thing. It means when you buy the stock must go up. There is no guarantee. If there is a guarantee, it means you are not doing trading. You are doing something else. Okay? You are doing like a job. When you work 1 hour, you want your $10 or $20 or $50 or $200. This is what you want. You want a job. You don't want a business. A business is something that you don't know how much profit you get, especially in trading. You buy a stock at $10, it goes to $20 in a few weeks, so you double your money. Doubling your money, you can't have it in a job because the job is basically working by hours or working by salary. But the salary, maybe it is worse than hours, because sometimes a worker, a simple worker, works 40 hours for full time, and he's getting, let's say he's getting $10. Now, a supervisor, let's say a salary, they give him a salary, but they don't count the hours he worked. So you find this guy who is a manager working 60 hours or 70 hours a week. Okay? And they give him this more money than the other guy. But try to see if you divide by hours, is he making money or no? You find sometimes someone who is working 40 hours, he just got 40 hours of work, but the other one is doing extra hours for extra money. That's it. It means that he's not making that much money as people think. Okay? So, a strategy will never work by itself. 50% is strategy, 50% is you. Now you should develop your skills, you should be patient, you should work hard. Trading is not for the lazy guys. Okay? It's not for the lazy. If you are lazy, you don't want to search, you don't want to check your trades, what they are doing, you don't see your account, you don't care about anything, and you just want someone who shows you, okay, buy here, put stop loss here, sell here, and you'll make money. This, it will never gonna happen. Okay? Never. That's why we say trading is an art. It's not science. It's not science that you have, or it is math, like in the perception of math, that 1 + 1 = 2. Okay? In trading, 1 + 1, it could be 20. It could be 100. And then 1 + 1, it could be minus 100. So this is trading. I'm not saying it is magical. It's calculations. But the profit or loss, in general, you can control more the loss than the profits. Okay? No one can control the profits, how much he make in one trade. Okay? You can make $10 in a trade. You can make 100. You can make 500. You can make 1,000. You can make 5,000, 10,000, depending on your money and depending on your experience. So, a lot of variables in trading. A lot of variables, and these variables change the amount of money you can make. If you have a small account, let's say you have a 5,000 account, you can't just want to do like someone who has $100,000. You can't, because in terms of money, he is bigger than you, he can choose better than you, he can buy more than you, and if he has 10% and you have 10% at the end of the year, okay, this is just an example. If you have 5,000, 10%, what is it? In the whole year, 10%, you are making money. It's $500 a year. Now, 5% for someone who has 100 is 5,000. Between $5,000 and 500, it's a lot of money. It's 10 times. That's why try to understand other things than the strategy itself. Strategy itself, it shows you what to do and it gives you solutions what to do, but the work, you should do it by yourself. There is no one else who can do the job for you. Okay? Some people, they search, for example, they use either my strategy or any other strategy, and they buy a stock according to the strategy, but next day it goes down. You say, oh, the strategy doesn't work. No, it's not you. It's not the strategy doesn't work. It's you who choose one that it is not good. And there are what you call there are some trades that are losers and some they are winners. You should accept both of them. Accept the losers and accept the winners. Okay? So there is no trading without losing. There is no, in terms of one trade. Okay? In order to make money, you should make more money for the winners, less money to lose in the losers. And this is one of the basic things you should understand. If you are interested to learn more the details, you can check training level 5, how to make money in the stock market. Okay? This is all for this question, which is, does a trading strategy work by itself? Nothing is working by itself, man. You should work. You should do a hard work. If you get scared, don't buy a lot. Okay? Don't buy a lot. If you are scared and you just beginner, don't throw all your money in the market and then you get frustrated and when you lose some money, you begin to cry and you begin to whine. Try to be a man, or if you are a girl, try to be a woman. It means you should have a strong heart and a mind, or what you call a brain, that you should always think, why I'm getting these results, why other person getting better results or lower results. It means it's all up to you. It's not up to the market. Okay? It's not about the market, because if you think that the market is making you lose, you give an excuse for yourself, okay? And you blame the market. Instead of looking of your failures, you look what's wrong, okay? When you look at what's in your trades, I know it is a hard business, because most of the beginners, when they lose money, they don't want to see these trades. They don't want to see them. They want just to close this account, or someone tells them what to buy, and then they can make money to cover their losses and maybe to make profit. But this thing will never happen, because no one knows which stock tomorrow will go up. No one knows. How can you expect someone else to know? No one knows. So all these strategies are based on probabilities, okay? And try to stick with one strategy. At least 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, try to stick with one. Try to understand everything about it. Understand why you use this and you don't use that. If you don't understand, you should ask the provider of this training. For example, for me, if you take any training from me and you study it and you begin to work, and something doesn't work, you should ask me. You say, oh, Kareem, I have done this and this, and I'm losing money. What do you think? So for me, when I look at it, I will give you a review, and I will say, I will recommend things, because most of the time you are doing mistakes. Now, if you do the mistakes again and again, you will get the same result. This is a normal thing. But some people, they don't understand. They go to a strategy, doesn't work. Someone sent me an email. He said, okay, I paid $4,000 for a strategy from a guru, but I lost money. Okay? Now, I told him, before you go to another strategy, you should contact this provider or this guru, and you tell him what you did, and he will help you at least see your mistakes first. Maybe you correct these mistakes, you'll begin to make money, okay? But it's not just you drop something that you don't that you think it doesn't work. It's not the strategy that doesn't work, it's you who don't work, okay? It's you. So always, I'm not saying to blame yourself. No, don't blame yourself. But try to see what's going on in your account. Try to correct. If you see a problem that you don't know how to solve, you can send me a private message and you say, oh, Kareem, I have this and this and this. I don't understand what's the problem. Now, for me, I can explain this. If it needs a training, I will show you the training that you should go to, and you study it, and with practice, you will overcome this problem and you will make money in the future. Okay? So thank you very much for watching this video. I know it's a bit long, but I try to explain as much as I can, because this kind of concepts, if you don't understand this concept, you will never understand what is a strategy. Okay? Because some people, they still, when they send me questions, I understand they don't understand even what is a strategy. That's why if they want to work with it, they will fail, because they have this attitude, they don't want to understand. Okay? They don't want to understand anything. They want something which is automatic. You do this, you make money. This is like stupid. Okay? If it is do this, you don't do this, all the people in the market will make money. But because it is hard, it needs reflection. It needs that you think. You don't hope. You buy a stock, you don't hope that tomorrow it goes up. No, you think that if the probability is it can go up, you make money. Okay? These probabilities that we base our strategies on. Okay? We don't use hope and luck and gamble. You throw your money into a stock and then the magic of hope, and then you become a millionaire. You will never make a millionaire or be a millionaire with this stuff, with this gambling mind. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. If you have some comments, you comment here. If you need to send me a private message, please try to check on the top of the description and send me a private message. I will respond in due time. Thank you very much and have a nice day.